100 kilometers in length, the Crowsnest Pass is the lowest of three valleys which slice through the Rocky Mountains and straddle the provinces of British Columbia and Alberta. It is a peaceful place, but its quiet beauty hides scars that cut deep into the hearts and memories of those who call the Crowsnest home, those who know what it means to be living on the edge. In 1873, prospector Michael Phillips is the first European to cross the pass, camping at the site that would one day be the town of Fernie, BC.
We found trees covered with buffalo hair, and it was evident that we had passed through the Rocky Mountains without going over any ranges. We could find nothing but coal everywhere.
With the arrival of the railway, the Crowsnest becomes one of the largest coal-producing areas in Canada. By 1901, production is as high as 1,400 tons a day. The Crowsnest is booming. Towns are growing, and more families are calling the valley their home. With an eye to the future, they forget to heed a warning from the past. There is an ancient native legend in the Crowsnest that surrounds one mountain range in particular, named for its resemblance to a giant turtle.
The natives that traveled through the Crowsnest Valley were mostly the Kootenai and the Blackfoot, and although they came through this area quite often doing their seasonal hunting and fishing, they would not camp in the valley at the base of Turtle Mountain, and they had a name for the mountain that meant the mountain that moves slowly.
As native hunters roam the passes of Turtle Mountain, they notice huge fissures at its summit, cracks in the turtle's back that are gradually getting larger. While it is enough to keep First Nations away from the mountain's shadow, it does not prevent the town of Frank from being built there.
Largely immigrants came to the Crowsnest Pass in general, including Frank, to work in the coal mines. So you had people from all over Europe, Ukraine, Russia, Poland. You had people from Wales with the coal mining background. You had also people from Eastern Canada and the United States coming to work here.
By 1901, the population of Frank is 300. By 1903, that number has doubled, and the future looks bright. The mine near the town is one of the top producers in the pass. It's said that the town of Frank may one day rival Pittsburgh. The first business in Frank is the mercantile store built by Alex Leach, originally from Quebec. With his wife Rosemary and their 7 children, Alex lives in one of a row of coal company cottages on Alberta Avenue on the southeastern flats. Their neighbors are mostly mining families. The fathers work in the mine, while other family members work within the community of Frank itself. Miner Alfred Clark lives there with his wife and 7 children. Oldest daughter Lillian works at the boarding house for single miners in the main town site. 900 meters above them stands Turtle Mountain. The people of Frank have often compared it to a giant sentinel guarding their destinies. For some, it will soon seal their fate.
Turtle Mountain is what's called an anticline. It's bent over in top, and it's made up of layers of rock that were weakened because when the anticline formed, they slid one against the other. So there were inherent natural planes of weakness.
As the mountain forms, a fault line under the anticline causes some rock layers to crack and separate. It pushes older limestone deposits up and over softer layers of sandstone, shale, and coal. Millions of years of erosion eat away at the mountain's soft base. Limestone layers above form a ledge that grows steeper as the years pass. By spring of 1903, Coal mining has dug away another 1,500 meters at the base. Turtle Mountain is a disaster waiting to happen. April 28, 1903. Just another day in the town of Frank. In the last 7 months, there has been movement in the mine, like a ship hit by a wave. Rocks have fallen and timbers have cracked, but today miners working the day shift finish without incident. Young Bob Chestnut has only been in town for 10 days, and a miner for 9 of them.
It was a bright afternoon, bright sunshine, and there was little pings of rock coming down. And some of those little pieces of rock would hit the tipple, come right down and bang on the railers like that, you know. I didn't think anything about it, but the fellows didn't, the miners didn't. They said, oh, well, that happens in the springtime, you see.
As Bob Chestnut and his brother return to their room at the Union Hotel, Alex Leach closes his store, looking forward to a quiet evening with his family. At the Leach house, it's time for the children to go to bed. Jessie Leach comes downstairs.
I kissed them and said goodnight. I never saw them again.
Across town, 15-year-old Lillian Clark is finishing her chores at the boarding house.
She went to bed late after working late in the dining room and the kitchen at the single miners boarding house. She had a room there of her own and she slept there. And that was the first time she ever did. It was the first time in her life she slept anywhere but at home.
At midnight, 20 miners working the night shift arrive at the mine entrance. It's their job to maintain the tunnels and equipment for the day shift. Lillian's father, Alex Clark, is there, and so is Charlie Ellick, who emigrated to Frank from Austria 2 years earlier. Not long after the miners go underground, a freight train arrives to pick up coal cars. The engineer is in no rush. The passenger train out of Spokane is late again, and he has to wait on the spur line to let it through. At 4 in the morning, most of the town of Frank is asleep. 17 miners are underground. Alex Clark and another miner have come to the surface with a load of coal. They stop to take their lunch break with the weighman who sorts coal at the tipple. High above them, on the summit of the giant turtle, the mountain that moves is about to live up to its name.
That night, the temperature dropped down to 0 Fahrenheit.
When the temperature dropped, that water probably froze, expanded, and acted as kind of like a hand to push that rock over the edge.
The engineer heard some noise above him in the darkness and was excited by it, called to the brakeman to hop on, let's get out of here.
He guns the train, basically, puts it full speed ahead, and he's able to cross the Gold Creek Bridge, which is the dividing line, basically, between safety and death.
The train crew looks back as 82 million tons of rock scream down the mountainside. The avalanche erases everything in its path, including the bridge the train cleared just seconds before. Alex Clark and the 2 other miners try to run. The train crew watches as the rock slide sweeps over the men, then buries the mine entrance and tipple. In her room at the boarding house, Lillian Clark wakes up to the roar of rock pounding across the valley floor. At the Union Hotel, Bob Chestnut hears a noise that reminds him of steam escaping under intense pressure.
I woke up and I said, God, that's a long freight going by. And I said, that's not a freight.
The giant wall of falling limestone creates a hurricane of air that rushes ahead of it, tearing up everything in its path. The mountain has waited millions of years to fall. It is over in a matter of 100 seconds. April 29th, 1903, 4:20 a.m. Clouds of gray dust obscure the landscape, which has changed completely in a matter of seconds.
The slide crossed the valley, scooping up river, rocks, and trees, and carrying them a distance of about 1.5 miles up the opposite side, and piling debris in places to a depth of 100 feet in the valley, and spreading out east and west, a distance of about 2 miles. Northwest Mounted Police Report, 1904.
I think the block, when it left the top of Turtle Mountain, was a pretty solid piece of rock. It went down along one of these bedding planes and hit a projecting shelf about 2/3 of the way down the side of the mountains, and was launched into the air, trapped the air underneath it, compressed it. Even badly shattered rock material can be supported for a time on a layer of compressed air, which accounts for how far rock can move.
On Alberta Avenue, where the edge of the slide had swept through our town, the sight that met those who quickly went to the rescue was more than heartrending. Here, where the evening before, 6 families had retired to rest, but one was left intact. Frank Simmer.
The Bansemer house is the only one left standing. It has been pushed some 20 feet from its foundation. The Bansemers are unharmed, but the fate of their neighbors is still unclear.
On arriving at the scene of the fire, we heard a man calling for help. Some of our party went to his assistance, finding that his house had been wrecked, and that the man, his wife, and a baby and 3 other children had been caught in the wreck. George Barnes, rescuer.
The man is Sam Ennis. He has managed to free himself from the rubble and is trying to do the same for his wife Lucy. She is trapped in a sea of mud with their baby daughter Gladys.
Mrs. Ennis reaches around in this mud with her hand that still she's able to use and discovers this baby. Pulls little Gladys toward her, looks at the child and discovers that little Gladys is turning a funny shade of blue. Obviously can't breathe, so Mrs. Ennis reaches inside the baby's throat, pulls out a whole bunch of mud, and saves her life.
Digging through the rubble, rescuers find the older Ennis children and their uncle all miraculously alive. Attention turns to the home of Alex Leach. It has been sheared completely in 2. The top half has been carried by the slide to the banks of Gold Creek. Rescuers find little Jessie and May Leach pinned on the bed inside.
You've got 2 girls basically buried in the rubble, still alive. They were sound asleep when it occurred. So they're still in their 90s, and they can hear men, people walking above them, on top of them basically.
They worked above us with pick and shovel, calling members of the family by name, lifting the beams and broken timbers. Finally, the terrific weight above us was lifted, and it was broad daylight.
Further digging unearths the bottom portion of the house. Rescuers find the bodies of Alex and Rosemary Leach and 2 of their sons.
There were 2 boys sleeping in the back bedroom, and all the mud and stuff from this creek came pouring in through the back door and bedroom.
The bodies of the other 2 boys are found the following day. Fate has other plans for their baby sister.
A little baby is found out on the rocks, little Marion Leach. Some say she was found on a pile of hay. Others say she was underneath the eave of a house. Others say she was just out on the rocks, all by herself. but still alive, and she was only 18 months old.
With the morning light, Lillian Clark returns from the boarding house to the place where she lived with her parents and 6 brothers and sisters. The cottage owned by Alex Clark has vanished completely. Lillian is the sole survivor.
Just a whole bunch of rocks covering up the place where her home had been. There was nothing to see as far as the house was concerned. It was just all rocks there instead of the house. It must have been a tremendous blow. Everything that she had was gone like that.
Rescue efforts continue under the afternoon sun. Trains evacuate women and children and bring medical personnel and reinforcements for rescue and cleanup. As the day wears on, hope is dwindling for the 17 miners buried underground. The mine entrance is covered with rock and water. Search parties can only guess at its location. Underground, all 17 miners are alive, but time is running out.
There was some movement of coal in the mine, but no major collapse of the main workings. They assumed something had happened, so they started toward the entrance, found it was completely buried in debris.
They went to a lower area of the mine, to a second entrance, and discovered this rushing wall of water coming into the coal mine. Where was this water coming from? Well, it was coming from the Crowsnest River, which had been dammed up at the base of Turtle Mountain.
With boulders blocking one exit and water blocking another, several miners investigate an air shaft as a possible escape route. They return with bad news. The shaft is completely sealed. Lethal coal gas is accumulating at dangerous levels. Their oxygen supply is running out. Throughout the day, Turtle Mountain continues to belch rock on rescue workers trying to find the entrance to the Frank mine. Somewhere beneath them, 17 miners try desperately to dig their way through broken rock and crushed timber. It's no use. Some begin to panic, but one sees another way out.
He decided that they could dig their way out through a coal seam. Coal is softer than limestone, so he thought this was a realistic possibility. They took turns digging through the seam of coal that outcropped on the surface.
The men work in relays of 2s and 3s, at first to boost their spirits. By late afternoon, they work silently, trying to conserve what little air they have left.
At about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, a figure was seen emerging from amongst the broken up rock in the mountain, a short distance above the rescue party. He was followed by others, and then the people realized that these men emerging from the depth of the mountain were the imprisoned miners who had dug themselves out of their prison to light and safety. Frank sent me.
The miners are escorted back to town, where details of the slide bring good news and bad. Charlie Ellick is reunited with his wife and children, all of whom have survived. For injured miner William Warrington, the news is tragic. His wife and 3 children are dead.
It's ironic that the miners survived this disaster. Many people in the community did not. It was wives and children largely who were killed.
There's approximately 100 people who were in the path of the 1903 Frank slide out of the 600 who lived in the town of Frank. Out of that 100 people, 23 of them survived, and most of those people came from a row of 8 miners' cottages that were just caught on the eastern side of the Frank slide.
Less than 3 weeks after the slide, rail traffic resumes on the reconstructed CPR line. The mine reopens several weeks later. Soon it's back in full production. But the town of Frank will never be the same.
In 1912, an order was given by the government at the time that said all homes must now move. The north peak was unstable and was in danger of sliding on the remaining town. So you see photographs of people loading their houses up and pulling these homes on wagons with horses pulling across the road to the present site of Frank.
In the years that follow, road improvements near the town site unearth several grim mementos. One is the remains of a house, the ceiling crushed to within a foot of the floor. Several skeletons are dug up, including a small one in a cradle. The family that Lillian Clark lost that day in April are finally found.
And the report is that they buried them in a place there alongside of the road that was being built, and there was a concrete marker that was placed there. And if these kids had lived, they would have been my aunts and uncles, and their children would have been my cousins. And I really felt a great deal of loss, because now I see that there was a whole group of Clarks on that side that would have enriched the family and made it much larger and much more interesting. I wish I had known them.